You're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll set up a throw. He's got him in. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And some room to work. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6, and the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe you're like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They're going to feel pretty good about that one.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hayes. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Flex round! Flex round!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The Raiders on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be third and a mile. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders are back within a score.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey! Come on!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now Johnson, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw, and this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's his second miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hayes. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
53 is the mic.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it with Johnson. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Ohio!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He's back to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you could hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline, and watch them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He can't get him down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On third down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Well, just a minute ago, you said mistakes get magnified, especially here in overtime, and that turnover there could cost them the ball game.
And not many teams commit turnovers in overtime and come back and win. It almost never happens.
Flex round! Flex round!
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hot! Hot!
Back to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Johnson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They go to Johnson again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. This is Johnson, and he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This to win it in overtime. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This to win it in overtime. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This to win it in overtime. And off the crossbar, and it bounces over. It is good. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official... Did I just hear that